But I think this was a lesson in finding one thing that you let yourself feel. And I let myself feel joy about DJ. And I hope he's alive for another, 95 years. But I hope he never has to defend the United States Capitol against Donald Trump's supporters. And if he does, I hope he isn't one of the 6 who loses his life to suicide.
Really, it was almost like it was written by Chat GPT. I mean,
for the record, and this is disgusting, the president made a spectacle out of praising a young man who's thus far survived pediatric cancer, as if the president had something to do with that.
When the congressman was kicked out, half that room should have left with him. He was the only one to stand up and say, I'm not going to sit here and let you lie.
Representative Al Green stood up and said, you don't have a mandate to take away Medicaid. And he was tossed out. I expected the rest of his Democratic caucus, the rest of his colleagues to walk out with him. Because alone you can survive, but together you thrive.
There were the insults, there were the taunts, there were the exaggerations, there was a partisanship, top to bottom. There was the personal attacks, attacking people by name. And, of course, the facts that were just wrong.
He is a petty tyrant who is surrounded by complicit flunkies, and it is the job of Americans to stand up and say, we want what we voted for, and that is progress for America, not petty revenge for Donald Trump.
But in the subject of pettiness, even what Democrats were doing during the speech with the signs of what Al Green did, you don't find that petty?
I do not.
It's one thing to mine our differences. It's another thing to try and heal our differences. And that is, that's the difference between real leadership and political expedience.
Would it have been healing to stand for Mark Fogel? Might have been.
No, I agree. You are absolutely right.
DJ Johnson.
Well, I will do what you will not. I will say, I think there were times when they should have risen. I think what Al Green did was despicable.
Republicans weren't coming to play. They weren't going to give the Democrats the quarter. They knew what they were going to do. They knew they were going to try to be disruptive in some form. And their goal was to shut it down in one of two ways. And both of them worked. USA, as if they own that, that moniker, and throw them out.
History
but to
of the
say
court.
Thank you to the Chief Justice and for his personal victory
is
shows
wholly
you there are
inappropriate.
no separations of powers anymore. The Congress is in the bag. Supreme Court is in the bag. I'm thinking that's what he was thinking anyway.